we're back with North Carolina Secretary of State Elaine Marshall. All right, so this question is all about, can the state mandate a minimum percentage that charities must use for services?
I'm sorry to tell you, but the answer to that is no. The United States Supreme Court, a long time ago, I think back in the 80s, ruled that contributions are free speech and it cannot be regulated by the states in this way. So therefore, we cannot do that. But we have a way to help out. You can go to our report and see what percent goes to the charity for the good works and what percent goes to other costs. And that way you can tell what percent of your money actually gets used on your purpose.
And that is the annual reports that we're showing you right now. So we have a text question. What are some of the best charities to give to at the holidays? And maybe you can kind of talk about the percentage that shows you better charities than others.
Right. I always look for charities that are above 80%. Some people say 70, 75% money going to charity is satisfactory to them. You have to make up your own mind. And I'm pleased to tell you that we have some charities here in North Carolina that over 90% actually goes to the good works. And they're in a variety of areas, whether it's homeless, whether it's food, whether it's animals. There are some very good charities here in North Carolina.
And so, folks, when you look on that annual report, you'll probably see a graph or something like that that will say what the percentage is that goes to programs versus the percentage that goes to, let's say,
salaries
and things of that nature, right? Okay.
Yes.
So this person says, if an organization asks me to make a donation with a gift card, that's fake, isn't it?
Well, it's a red flag, and that gift card won't be fake because it'll be gone. No, that is very much a red flag. That is a very trendy way for scam artists to operate. Nope. It's not going to go to the charity.
Right. So don't do anything by gift card. Nobody takes payment by gift card. Not the charity, not the IRS, not the government, no one. Right. All right. So this person is asking, if I accidentally gave my money to a scammer, can I get it back?
Probably not. In fact, I can say most assuredly not. Most of the times they're not in state, they're gone, we can't trace them. So it is better to prevent. That's why we're doing these kind of shows, to let people know it's better to prevent the loss. Now, you can make a complaint to us. Go to the sosnc.gov. That's where you'll find charities. Click on there and you'll find the complaint form. But you got to have a bunch of information. So folks need to get that pencil out when they start talking to somebody, or you have whatever information, because if you really have no information, there's nothing for us to go on.
Right. So maybe what the exact name of the fake charity would have been, or where they said they were calling from, or what they were asking for.
Yeah. Capture the telephone number. There may be a possibility to trace it that way. Not necessarily. I can't say that we always can do that. And please, when you're making consumer complaints, let me tell you, there is no wrong door in North Carolina. The Attorney General and the Secretary of State work hand in hand, and we transfer. If we're not the right one, we get it to the right person at the Consumer Protection Division at the Attorney General's office. So there is no wrong door. Please don't fret over that.
All right. This person is saying, when organizations send you mail and ask you to send in a donation via mail, is that legitimate?
That is a legitimate approach. Assuming, again, go Google and see if this is a charity you want to support, and are you dealing with the real one?
And then this is a follow-up.
We don't see quite as many by mail. So,
do charities ever make phone calls looking for donations? Sure.
Sure.
You just, again, have to do your due diligence of saying, hey, I'm not going to give right now over the phone. Let me take all of the information down and let me check it out first.
And if they're offering you some special incentive to do it, or if they're trying to put time pressure on you, those are all signs that this is not a very good deal. This is not the real thing.
I think someone wants you to clarify. They're asking, how does writing off charitable donations work? You were talking about exempt and something else.
Well, let me tell you, that's above my pay grade. That is a tax question. Changes in the tax law a few years ago upped the basic deduction for people, and there aren't a whole lot of people who give charitable contributions that exceed that percentage. But that is something you will need. It's based upon your individual situation, and something you need to talk to an accountant or your tax preparer.
But to write things off, it's tax deductible, not tax exempt, correct?
Right. Deductible.
Okay.
Deductible.
Deductible, great. All right, so she's given us lots of great resources, and we're putting all of those things in the 2 Wants to Know section for you. All of the resources that she talked about, the search engine, the donor checklist, the annual report. We want to make sure that you give wisely this holiday.